Hello, everybody. It's a Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and today on this episode of the Typical Manga Review, it's dedicated to Inside Mari, Boku wa Mari no Naka, Chapter 66, Cute Name. Side note, I just realized the Inside Mari is about caught up with the comic A Kill.
In
Like,
terms of like chapter title,
yeah,
chapter.
66 and 67, yeah.
Well,
And,
interesting. Well,
yeah, but we open up here with Yori face to face with the Mommy Titan.
yeah, who was giving that weird face like last time, and basically they talk. She's trying to deny the fact that Fumiko even exists,
Yeah.
and then Yori keeps pushing it. So she shows her the picture of Fumiko, of Mari as Fumiko when she was
Right.
younger, and something tells me that it was actually maybe it was the mom who might have ripped it. Who
And
knows?
maybe it was Mari or her father who prepared it.
Yeah, possibly. So basically, her mom relents and says, "Okay, yeah." So her grandma, uh,
Yeah.
oh,
Well, when
oh
she
no,
was
no, no,
little,
no,
she
never mind,
seen
never mind.
she
Yeah,
says one she acknowledged that Mari still remembered, and she was like, when she was little, I changed her name from Fumiko to Mari. Her grandmother preferred Fumiko because of something about a good number of strokes in the characters.
well,
But I had already decided that if the name I had a girl, I wanted her name to be Mari. And I find this
uh,
next argument kind of telling compared to what we're going to see here. Like she said, her husband agreed with her that it was a cute name, but in the end, he sided with his mother. He said he was convinced, as if that settled it. He didn't care about my opinion.
yeah.
I felt
I actually
sorry for
mis
my little girl.
yeah, I actually misread it. I actually thought that was her mom saying something. It was actually Yori, but whatever. Yori was just basically asking, telling her like, this is what Mari told me. So what is this all about? So yeah,
Yeah,
her mom basically relents and says, yeah, this is basically what I wanted.
well,
Uh, I, I wanted a name change,
well, wait,
and then
real quick. One last line I almost forgot. It's like after my mother-in-law died, I switched to her true name.
yeah, she was always on denial about that,
Yeah,
and that was because she's very possessive of Mari. But she said that Mari is a much cuter name, and keyword cuter. The word cute is very important in this manga. I actually
yeah,
think it's not just this chapter or even this arc. It's this manga, and I'll talk about that later.
yeah.
So she says like, that's right, and then Yori says, look, she's never used the word cute. Or no, no. Wait, who says that? Oh
Well,
no,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, Yori.
as long as I've known her, Mari has never used the word "cute" in front of me.
Yeah, yeah,
No
Yori, yeah,
matter,
yeah, Yori says that.
yeah,
And then her mom's like, what? And she goes and say like, Mari has never said the word cute. And do you think she was actually happy about the name change? And she's like, I think maybe she wasn't. And then her mom is just saying, being the nasty, look, she was young, she'd get used to it, whatever. And it's sorry. And look, I'm her mom, okay? I know her more than you. So what do you know? And
like
Yori says,
well,
I don't.
wait. Like the mom also says, like I'm the one who's watched over her all these years.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I've known
So
her, I'm sorry, it just does not compare.
yeah. So that's basically what I was saying. And Jory says, well, what? I wasn't watching over her, but I know what? I don't think anyone else was. Therefore including
Yeah,
the mom
see,
as well.
Yori accuses her mom of just seeing Mari as a doll to play dress up with. Nobody bothered to look at the person who's crammed inside.
It's true though. I mean, that isn't it how you talk to a doll, like saying, "Oh, look how cute of a name it is, how cute her hair." Like, she literally she put her image onto Mari. She
Yeah.
was a doll. She even talks to her like one too. Which is actually a
I mean, you would think that
interesting.
with that in mind, the fact that she's basically inanimate would be a good thing.
Yeah, and so what happens is like, look, she basically tells Yori that when you become a parent, you'll understand just how much a mother loves a child, and it's probably the same with you and your mom. Don't sell parents short. And then Yori questions her on the fact it's like, is that love? And then Yori's not Yori, Mari's mom tells her to shut up and get out of the house. And as she's saying that, she has this really weird facial expression. It's like she's like her brain's like starting to explode. That's what it feels like.
She's mood
I've
swinging
seen that.
badly.
That's crazy. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, Mari grabs a hold of the sleeve of Mari's mom's sleeve, of her mom's sleeve, and then says, "I'm not cute." Which, by the way, she says the word cute, but she says, "I am not cute." And then
Yeah,
she gives the saddest face I've ever seen. Holy shit! I was affected by that. I'm like,
yeah,
this whatever art this was is perfect. The scene
yeah.
in the background, like the eyes, the mouth frowning.
She
I
is
mean,
just
it's sad.
miserable. She is just miserable.
And so Yori sees this, and then
And just
her mom is like, "What's with that face?"
and Yori
And
just
then
dogpiles her.
Yeah, and then and the mom is trying to like get off of Mari, and as while that's happening, we get into a black panel, so we don't know what's going on, and then suddenly we hear the words Komori, Komori-kun,
Yeah.
Komori,
Yeah.
um, and then we see Isao wake up in his bedroom, quote unquote bedroom,
The
and then we
garbage-filled, dingy
see
bedroom, and it's also like pre-workplace South if you look at it.
yeah, his hair is still crazy. It's obviously it's obviously inside Mari's head, and you see what looks to be Mari sitting next to him,
Hmm.
telling him who is the one calling his name, and he says Mari-san.
Yeah.
So what basically it is this is clearly inside of his head, and this is
Yeah.
clearly the personality of Isao talking to, I guess, the original personality of Mari.
Yeah, I
And
think
so whatever.
one thing as well is I think the chapter basically spells out everything we've pretty much theorized. But go ahead. I got ahead. I think we're getting ahead of us here.
Well, basically, this is whatever's gonna happen next chapter is basically gonna probably explain why Isao was created. You see, the first thing that's weird is that Isao was destroyed by Mari, and yet now he's being recreated in front of her. So did something change her mind? Was this always part of the plan? Like, was he never actually erased, but maybe he was transported somewhere?
I don't think there's any kind of
Why do
plan.
you trans?
I don't think there's really much planning when it comes to mental health breakdowns.
No, but at the same time, but it seems like the Mari personality has their own like sentience, and also it wouldn't make sense to transport someone inside their own head, right? It's gonna be weird. But so whatever happened, he's now back as a sentient personality, and I want to point something out. So the chapter's title was "Cute Name," and you'll
Yeah.
notice that in some of the previous chapters you see the word "cute." I didn't actually realize this until I knew that it was
Yeah.
the word "cute."
You were saying you recently reread through the series.
I read up to like chapter 9, but it was enough to notice something. It's that so Yori points out that Mari never used the word cute. I didn't remember the fact that that's actually how she figured out that Sal was in Mari in the first place. The first time he the first time Yori confronted Isao, she said, "You use the word cute." Mari never says the word cute ever. That's how I know you're not Mari. It's as if that the fact that she doesn't say it defines her personality, and so she reiterates that in this chapter, and it's become such a big thing. I mean, and actually, what I did is I read the Fumiko chapters back, and
Yeah.
she used the word cute a lot.
Like little
I
girl
mean, a
Fumiko.
lot. Yeah, little girl Fumiko. She's like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute. This dress is cute. It's a cute name. This is cute everything." Like she uses the word cute a lot as a kid. So that the word cute is a big thing with for Mari, and hell, her mom was talking about how the reason why she named it Mari was because she thought it was a cute name. So we have the concept of what is cute, right? It's kind of weird they
Yeah.
use the word cute. I would have said the word beautiful, whatever. I think cute makes sense though, because this is something that happened to a child.
Yeah.
Remember that. And so that is that that's the biggest theme going on. Like the fact that I think she couldn't deal with the fact that she was no longer cute, or as she saw Fumiko, she was no longer Fumiko. The mom took that away from her. So that's why she never said the word cute, because she basically she no longer saw herself as that, and that's why she said, "I am not cute." And I hopefully it gets back to her mom. It is basically one of those situations where you have the mom think something's good for you, but you don't, and this psychologically affected her on a negative level.
Oh
And
yeah.
her mom wasn't now at
On
the
a
time. I never actually thought the mom was like this though. Because when I reread the chapter, the mom was really like a nice person. If anything,
Yeah.
she seemed very normal. And now going back to this chapter and seeing it, it's just like wow, we really got put her into the spotlight here. She really did screw up her child. And she did she basically made her. Like, you know how girls sometimes make the dolls literally a smaller version of themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what she did to Mari. Mari is basically a small version of what she was like in the flashbacks. She looked a lot like Mari. I have no idea why she changed though.
Yeah.
But and of course, we had Yori basically showing her care for Mari. I mean, this is also interesting too, where when I read the chapter again, she hated Asao. She didn't give a shit about Asao.
Yeah.
I don't care about you. Where the hell's Mari? Give her back to me. And now we have this thing where she asked Mari last chapter to give back Isao. And she specifically said his name,
Right.
this is so the end of this chapter will is basically at the point where inside Mari's head, we have the two personages talking. I think maybe possibly this is going to be some type of catharsis where
Yeah.
they combine the personalities. So when Mari comes back, she is now a combination of old Mari,
Yeah.
which is maybe possible the Fumiko personality, and Asao.
Here, I
Um,
have a question here. Do you think with everything that we're getting right now, do you think we're getting close to an end game on this?
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, also, I want to point something out. You don't see Mari's face ever, right? Like remember when he saw Mari's face? It was like in shadow,
The
and
Fumiko or in this chapter?
the, but no, in when Isao was killed, well, quote unquote killed by Mari,
Ah, okay.
he didn't see a face. But remember, even then, back when the very beginning of the chapter, he never saw a face either. She turned around and flashes of white light, and he became Mari. But notice in this chapter too that we don't actually see a face. In terms of the personality, like the personality aspect of her her own head, she never shows her face. And maybe why? Because she doesn't see herself as cute. This is not her. It is just a vessel. Because she herself is a vessel for the mom to put everything, to project herself into. And so that's how she sees herself, as just a faceless doll for her mom. I think
Yeah.
that's why. And so interestingly enough, we have someone who is the opposite of that, Isao, and maybe that's why she chose Isao, because he was everything that Mari was not, because she didn't want to be herself, and because
Right.
herself,
I mean,
she didn't
that's kind
trust
of what we've
herself.
wondered about it, isn't it? Isn't that kind of what we assumed at some point?
Yeah, yeah. But now this is clear. Now she didn't want to be herself because she wasn't herself at all. She was her mom,
Or
and
what
she
her
didn't
mom
want
wanted
that.
her to be? Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And so I don't know if we can go back to Fumiko because Fumiko's like 5, and I don't think she can technically go back to that time. But maybe we can go to some type of catharsis where this Mari and Isao combine together to sort of maybe recreate what Fumiko would have been in the
Yeah, like
present.
kind of work her way,
So
get herself back to some level of
back.
normalcy.
I mean, you can never really go back. But I mean, this might be like their way of doing so, and I think that's what this chapter's ending on.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I think that's it for Inside Mari.
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
happy about the chapter.
Yeah, I think
I'm a
next
fan
week
of
will next chapter will probably be like more of this conversation between her and Isao. Well, that'll be definitely be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah. But the only thing I can I can think of from this chapter is just that face. That face is just
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in contrast to Mommy Titan's crazy faces.
I mean, I actually want to cry and I want to. I
She
want to
does.
hug her.
She looks genuinely miserable. You're right.
And we already did hug her.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so I think
Well,
that's the
she's
end
our
of chapter.
viewpoint character.
Yeah. Is she? Is she?
Well, I mean, she could be. I mean, how? Well, I'd say like, at least for this chapter, she kind of was.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, because Sal's kind of out of the picture until
yeah.
the end. So,
And at the
but
very
yeah,
least, she kind of took over for it. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so that's the end of the Mari chapter 66. Inside Mari chapter 66. I think that's everything we can think of, right?
Yep.
All right then. Adios,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Hey, you took my line. I take yours.
You want to do that again?
Nah, good.